Hey everybody, before you continue watching the video, make sure you give the channel a like and subscribe. Go and follow us on Instagram. Go and check out all the different social media scenarios. Make sure if you're enjoying the content, go there, like, subscribe, follow, so we can keep putting stuff out. If you've got any questions, leave a comment. All right, make a comment on either of our pages and we'll answer them as soon as we can.
Found that how jiu-jitsu, it's almost like there's a screaming need for
100%.
it right now, because people are not having the minimum amount of socialization, of like having a network of friends, you know what I mean, like a place where they like bond together, you know what I mean? Without judgments, without showing off. Here everyone looks the same.
But I just want to say one thing, man. I don't think that it's non-judgmental. I think the thing that's different about jiu-jitsu is that judgment is based by reality. You are judged by the outcome of what you do. And this is what's missing from the world.
True.
When you go to jiu-jitsu and you don't do the work and you don't do the techniques, you are shit at jiu-jitsu and you suffer the consequences of the guy smashing your guard, cross-facing your head, squeezing your neck and choking you. Do you know what I'm saying?
You can't say, "Oh, that's not fair."
Correct.
Yeah.
There's
I wasn't ready.
This is the problem. There's real tangible consequences for your performance here. In the world, there's not. And that's the problem. You've kind of removed tangible consequences from people, particularly in really well-off countries. If you come from a third world country, it's, again, very different. If you're in a first world and you have the privilege of existing here and you are not doing well, that's your fault, man.
Yeah.
That is a fucking conscious choice to be a mediocre or poor excuse for an individual. Man, I've watched a lot of people that, you know, they do a lot of motivational stuff or whatever. If you live in the Western world, it is a choice to be a failure, unless you have some type of serious psychological issue, physical problem, whatever. Outside of that, if you're a fully functioning, mentally conscious, body-abled individual, it's a fucking choice to be a degenerate. It's a choice to be a loser. Because you have every single layer of society set up. They're going to pay you to not work. They're going to do this. They're going to do this. They're going to do that.
Australia, you're talking?
Australia, anywhere. Like
Australia's
a lot of
mother,
Western
man.
countries.
This phrase is mine. Australia's a mother. It's a mother. We'll give you, come here.
And still, there are people that have chosen to be whatever. Do you understand what I'm saying? A complete degenerate loser that all they do is get dole payments and do this. Or just smoke dope.
But see, that's the problem. That's how it's so important, for example, things like jiu-jitsu at the moment. Because the more away from this reality of like having the consequences of like, oh well, if I didn't do well or I do well, and no excuses, right? 100% accountability, like we mentioned before. Like people can take that understanding and put it in their life, so they can. Because what I think it happens, like the less they try, the more excuse create, the more the world gets worse. You know what I mean? The more like everything piles on top of them. Yeah. The more they expose, the more they try, the more they learn a lesson, the more they go again, the more they feel thirsty to explore. Yeah. Because they are positive in learning. You know,
we've talked about this before. It's like a spiral, man. Like the more you're going in the negative direction or downhill, the harder it gets to come back. The more you're compounding and moving forward and moving forward and moving forward, the easier it gets. The easier it gets. You build momentum, man. And like you're saying, it's like some people have been like, oh, you know, I'm behind. You know, I've been a bit lazy for the last year. And you talked about this with jiu-jitsu as well. They take a year off for an injury. And now that they realize there's other people been training for a year that they used to beat, they don't want to go back anymore. I'm not going back and losing to those people. Screw that. So
that's it.
So they quit because it becomes this rock that's too big to shift now. It gets so heavy that they cannot move it. And that's a decision too, you know what I mean? That's a choice that they're making. This thing, I don't want to suffer again because I wasn't suffering in that way before, so no, I'm not doing it anymore. Pretty poor attitude to get anything out of life, but that's the easiest way, man. That is the easiest way. So, all right, keep following the easy path. Again, shitty results, mediocre life, whatever. You know what I mean? Everything's a choice, man. Outside of being in a very financially poor scenario, third world country, whatever. If you live in Australia, if you live in the US, if you live in the UK, if you live in New Zealand or Canada, if you live in these scenarios that are first world countries, in the Scandinavian countries, whatever, you have no fucking excuse, man. You have nothing to draw from. You don't have a real excuse unless, again, you have some type of disability, some type of mental illness, whatever. You've got no excuse. If you're not happy with your situation, just fucking do something about it. The problem is it's almost encouraged to play the victim role in the world now. It's encouraged to just be like, life's hard, I have this disorder, I'm a celiac, that means that I can't get my diet organized. Whatever.
In first world countries, you will get catered. So that's why a lot of people play this. But what they don't understand, you get catered just like that. So it's going to be always very, very average.
So there's a ceiling there.
There's a ceiling where your complaint will take you. Rather, and if you put your sleeves up and then you do something, you can take, the sky's the limit. And like things that you achieve that you never dream of, you know what I mean? And then you will motivate you like to work harder, to make more things happen, you know? You're never going to be a loser. You're always going to learn a lesson. That phrase is, I take to my life, you know what I mean? Like, this is always a lesson. And then you're going to have another chance to, because you're out there, you're going to do it again. And then now you know, so that's the way.
I think a lot of people think that the juice is not worth, like the juice, the squeeze is not worth the juice or whatever. Like this is what starts to happen because there's tangible figures you can give people to that. Like I think there's like some financial figure for like financial freedom. Like after you earn like, I think it's like $80,000 in like Australian currency, like anything after that is not going to change your quality of life. Do you know what I'm saying? After you earn a certain amount of money, it doesn't actually change your quality of life.
True. You can still travel to your Bali, have your tongue.
No, but like all of your basic needs are covered.
I know.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
but you can still travel overseas even.
Yeah, of course,
You know what I mean?
even with this
That's
money.
what I'm
But
saying.
like, yeah, absolutely. But like all your basic needs, which includes entertainment and all that stuff,
You have
is
your
covered
gourmet pizza once a
at
month.
that. Yeah, correct. Is covered at that amount.
So why try harder?
Why am I going to try? Why am I going to try to earn, $80,000 when I can make $50,000 a year doing government payments? Do you know what I'm saying? Like they're just like, why the hell am I going to work that hard for an extra $20,000-$30,000, whatever? Like this is how people think about things. You know what I'm saying? From what I see or recognize or notice, or it could be a physical goal, it could be whatever. Why am I going to lose an extra 2 kilos on my body fat? I don't care or whatever. It's for a lot of people. Why am I going to do this? Why am I going to do that? It's not worth it for me.
But I think
Thanks for watching the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you give it a like, subscribe, and a follow. Check out all our different social media platforms. There's heaps of content coming out. There's different snippets and content on different platforms. So make sure you're on everything. And again, if it helped you out, recommend to somebody else, and hopefully it'll help them out too.